From Neural Newscast, I'm Oliver Grant.
And I'm Peter Rowan.
Today, a federal judge blocks the Trump administration from freezing $16 billion for the Hudson Tunnel project.
And a high-ranking Russian general is shot in Moscow as the Department of Justice faces backlash over exposed Epstein victim files.
U.S. District Judge Jeannette Vargas ordered the immediate restoration of federal funding for the massive rail project connecting New York and New Jersey.
The ruling prevents a total construction halt that was scheduled for Friday afternoon after the administration cited spending concerns.
The administration initially halted the $16 billion by pointing to diversity and equity principles within the project framework. This decision created significant friction between federal and state transportation authorities.
State officials argued that stopping now would cause a safety threat and the permanent loss of 1,000 specialized construction jobs across the region.
There is also a political layer here. Reports suggest the freeze was meant to pressure Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer regarding separate legislative priorities. Schumer denied claims that he offered to rename Penn Station after the president in exchange for the tunnel funds. The judge's order effectively bypasses those negotiations for now. Turning now to Russia, Lieutenant General Vladimir Alexeyev is in serious condition after being shot multiple times in a residential Moscow district.
Alexeyev serves as the number 2 official in the GRU military intelligence and has been a central figure in recent peace talks. His influence within the Kremlin is substantial.
He was previously sanctioned by the West for his role in the Salisbury nerve agent attack and recently oversaw high-stakes negotiations with the Wagner Group.
Russian officials immediately accused Ukraine of orchestrating the shooting to derail ongoing negotiations intended to end the war. Kyiv has not commented on the incident.
This is not an isolated event. Several high-ranking Russian military figures have been targeted in the capital city over the last year.
Investigators are currently reviewing CCTV footage from the Volokolamsk highway. No suspects have been apprehended yet.
In other news, Jeffrey Epstein's victims are calling for accountability after the Department of Justice released millions of files with botched redactions.
The document dump on January 30th accidentally revealed the names, bank details, and personal statements of previously anonymous survivors due to a technical error.
Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche stated the release was intended to provide closure for the public. However, legal experts say the error has caused fresh trauma for the victims involved.
Survivors like Ashley Rubright and Annie Farmer say the breach of privacy feels like a violation of the protection they were promised by the federal government.
Advocacy groups fear these technical errors will discourage other victims of trafficking from reporting crimes in the future. They argue the system failed to protect the most vulnerable participants.
Despite the massive scale of the documents, the government maintains there are no grounds for any new criminal prosecutions. This has left many survivors feeling that justice remains out of reach.
I'm Oliver Grant.
And I'm Peter Rowan.
Thank you for joining us. Neural Newscast is AI-assisted, human-reviewed. View our AI transparency policy at neuralnewscast.com.